Oh my gosh. Testing, testing, testing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Testing, 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 testing. Am I live? Are we live? Are we live, chat? Are we live? Okay, we're live. We're live. Okay. Right now it's August 27, 2026. Here is our board. There's our whiteboard. Yeah, lead coding until I land a job, August 27, 2026. We are live. Right now, schedule. Job agenda. Agenda 10:45 to 11. Yeah. 12. Yeah. Prep. So. Okay, there's a lot of things that we. Hold on. I can't see myself. I need to see myself. Okay. How many people watching me? 0 right now? Okay, fairs. I'm live. YouTube.com. I wish we could play music, chat. I can't. I just can't. It will literally be. Echo. Whoa, one person watching? No way. Okay, we just have, here's our agenda, right? We're gonna prepare, in these 15 minutes we're gonna prepare. What do you mean by preparation? Preparation is like understanding like syntax of the problem, how to solve it, using the right syntax, the right techniques, and then we're gonna do the LeetCode problem. Our LeetCode problem is valid anagrams, I think. Valid anagrams? Okay. You know, I'm kind of like tweaking because I'm like refreshing how many people are viewing the chat, but I don't know. Anyways, bro, we have nobody in chat. Okay. So we need to do prep. Fine, I'm gonna do it the lazy way, alright? I'm gonna ask a lot. We're going to do a valid anagrams problem in LeetCode. What are all the prerequisites, such as knowing what kind of syntax? Like, think about like the solution. Okay, what we want to do is reverse engineer it, and not the most optimal solution, but probably the most obvious solution. What we want to do is train myself and prepare myself for the right syntax and like methods that will be helpful to us. It's not like what I want you to do is like think about the solution for the valid anagram problem, and LeetCode is a classic easy problem. What sort of basic things that I need to know in Python in order to solve this? Do not do anything about the solution. Do not just briefly describe what Python syntax and features are there that will be helpful. Just tell me the tools, you know what I mean? That hopefully that makes sense. Jonathan said, my dog. Yeah, okay, am I lagging? I'm like lagging, right? Okay, it doesn't matter. Alright, so there's our agenda, right? 10:45 to 11 a.m. We prep and then we do LeetCode. Okay, so let's actually just let's clear the agenda because no one probably cares about that, but I just put that there. Okay, so there's a couple things that we need to realize, right? We have the double equals to do a comparison. I didn't even know we can do a comparison. So I don't know what this is. I'm assuming this is going to resolve to true. I'm assuming it's going to resolve to true. And then len like this. This will resolve to 2 because the length of this list is 2. I don't know. Sorted S. Turning a string into something comparable. Give me example input and output of the sorted function very concisely. What the heck? Okay. So sorted. So we have a string, we pass in a string in this function, CBA. And then this will give us, it will convert it to a list, A, B, C. Right, chat? No lag. All right, cool. All right, we got 3 viewers in the chat. Let's go. Oh my God. We got 3 viewers in the chat. Let's freaking go, bro. I don't know who's watching, but appreciate everyone for watching. Okay, my streaming phone is gonna die, so I need to charge it. Give me 1 second, chat. I wish I had like music. I wish I had music, but we don't have music. I'm right behind, guys. I didn't leave y'all. So, all right, I have a battery pack, right? I have a battery pack. We're at 66%. That is not bad luck, right? That is not a bad luck number. We have 10 minutes in order to solve this problem, okay? I mean, not 10 minutes. 10 minutes until we actually start solving the problem. We have an hour. I know the average person is not gonna take an hour, but I'm gonna take an hour because we wanna like synthesize the problem as much as possible. We're not gonna rush it, you know, like rushing it. It's like, what we're doing is like, we're like training for like a marathon, but what we wanna do is perfect the technique first, and then you can focus on the reps, you know what I mean? And then you can focus on timing. You know, you need to run properly, know how to do the right motion of running, and then you can start timing yourself, right? For like preparation. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just yapping, bro, chat. I'm just yapping. Okay, so okay. Let's go back. Let's get back to what we were doing. Okay. So yeah, sorted CBA will turn this into a list ABC. Okay, that's not bad. Sorted, you can pass in, let's say, you can pass in a tuple or a list. Let's say 3, 2, 1. I'm assuming it's gonna return a new array, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Nice. Okay, cool. Okay, so and then we can have something like this. Let's see. This empty string dot join. Let's say like a. Okay, we're not doing double quotation. Double quotation is kind of ugly, chat. Double quotation is kind of ugly. Okay, let me see. Double quotation. So we're gonna pass in a list, A, B, 2 characters, and then join. This dot join function is just going to give us A, B, I think. No spaces in between. So that's because this is what our separator is. I'm guessing. I'm abolishing. I'm assuming. Abolish is niche. To anyone who just joined and is new to this, abolish is pretty niche. It's a niche slang. So strings are immutable. You can't sort one in place. You can't sort when in place. I don't know. I could clarify what that means, but I don't know. Okay. Counting characters. What the heck did I just... Elaborate on the following code snippet. Show like very simple code snippets of the following attached in this message. Okay, and then sonnet. Okay. So what we're doing is we're gonna ask Claude like a bunch of questions related to valid anagrams, and then not related like the solution, but like every tool that we need in our disposal that we can express in Python, then we can solve the problem. You know what I mean? Because we're not gonna be stuck here. Okay, we're gonna figure it out with the necessary tools, right? Okay. Couple other things. Yo, this whiteboard is actually. This whiteboard is horrendous. Chat, I'm gonna move to the next room next week. This whiteboard is just horrendous, bro. There's no way people use this. This is like... Okay, anyways. So dictionary for ways to count characters. Let's say we have a set, right? Dictionary or a set, I don't know what you want to call it. So we're gonna iterate through this, AAV, right? Okay, so we have our list, or iterable. There's an iterable data structure. For every character, we're gonna go A, and then we're gonna go A, and then we're gonna go B. What we want to say is, at that character, we're gonna populate this dictionary or set. I call it, or map, whatever you want to call it, bro. And then we're gonna say d.get character 0. What the heck is that? D.get, what is get? I don't know what, okay. What is the 0? What kind of value is that passing in the d.get function? Explain really concisely. Okay, whatever. No lag. Okay, we're gonna finish this, bro. Finish this. The default value. So d.get the character. We're gonna pass, like, it's going to be like this. It's going to be like A0 plus 1, something like that. I don't. Okay. Default none. Oh, I get it. Chat. What we're trying to do is we're gonna get the value at this character. If the value of this character doesn't exist, we're gonna assign 0. Does that make sense? I know I'm talking to a wall right now, no offense, but yeah. And then we add 1. And then, okay, so I totally understand what that means. Okay. And then if we were to print our, ignore this. If we print D, we're going to get this. This is a comment, by the way, this is a comment. So we're gonna say A, no double quotes. No double quotes. A 2 B 1. Yeah, so what, okay, so this pattern here, what we're like figuring out here is you go through every single character and then we're gonna pass it in here, we're gonna assign it, like first we get the dictionary. At this character at A, how many do we have? If it doesn't exist, we put 0, and then we do plus 1 because we increment from that, because we found an instance of that character. You know, if anyone has any questions, like talk in chat, like honestly. All right, it's 10:58. We're still going to prep, bruh. Screw this. We're gonna prepare this. We're gonna prepare. We're gonna push the legal problem to 11:30 because I high key really need to understand this stuff before we actually, you know, get started with doing things. So yeah. Counter. Okay. For iterating, for C and S, iterates characters directly. For I and N, if you want indices. So let's say you have, I don't know, hello. If you want to iterate through it, I guess in an understandable way, it's just going to be like this: HELLO, right? So like hello, and then hello is going to be converted, and then what we want to do, I forgot how to turn it into a list, but when we're like iterating, what we can do is for C in hello, what we do is print C. So what this is gonna do is gonna say, okay, we're gonna say, well, okay, no hashtags. The output for this is just gonna be the H, E, and then L, and then L, and then O. You know what I mean? No, wait, we got 4 people in chat. Oh my gosh, 4 viewers. What's up, everyone, bro? I don't know. Nobody's talking, but okay, so K and D test keys. K and D test keys. Sorted as sorted. Okay. Is it a dictionary? Okay. Give very concise code snippets, please. Okay, what we're seeing right now. So thinking. We're in Sonnet right now. Hold on, we got stuff. Okay, we're gonna talk about it. Okay, so all right, chat. Let's get started. Okay, so this is some important stuff. So okay, we have a dictionary for called D. I like calling it a map. Okay, people say dictionary, I like map. Okay, but whatever, we're gonna just use what their term, bro. A1. So what this means, chat, to anyone who's not technical right now, we have a character A, a key of A, and a value of 1. That's what it's called, a key with A. And in order to access this, if we do this, D of A, then we're gonna get 1. Our output will be 1 or something, or yeah, right? The next thing is, we're gonna ask ourselves, if we do this expression A and D, we get true. And then if we say Z and D, someone's calling? I don't know. Z and D, we get false, because there's no key Z that exists in the dictionary D. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Okay. So if we do something like this, d of a, we're getting 1, as mentioned earlier, and d of z, we get error. Okay. This is probably not optimal. We're not going to do this. So apparently in Python, if we do this, instead of this accessing it directly like this, we do d.get, dictionary.get, some dictionary. And then we get our key A, and then our default value will be 0. Because the thing is, what we're trying to figure out here is, if we're going to access d of A, and it doesn't exist, we will just get a default value 0. But because d of A has a 1, we're going to return 1, right? And then we do the same thing for d of z. Instead of like throwing a freaking error, we don't want our program to break. So we say d of z 0, then we get 0. Hopefully that makes sense, chat. There are life hacks. People use like built-in functions and stuff, but we're not gonna do that. We are not gonna do that. We're just gonna use whatever is built in Python without importing. We could like low key, high key, middle key, do that in the future, but right now we're just keeping it simple. Okay? Right now we're keeping it simple. Okay. Let's actually get started. Alright, let's actually get started. Alright, chat. We will start it. Okay. Let's go to LEETCODING. Okay, we have arrays. Reason hashing, valid anagram. This should be easy, right? High key, this should be easy. Why does LeetCode have a freaking... Alright. Okay, let's actually start the problem, right? Okay, it's 11:06 a.m., right? 11:06 a.m. We're gonna just low-key time. Start. 11:06 a.m. Okay, we're gonna figure this out, okay? You know, we're gonna try to get this right on the first try. If we can get this right on the first try, then we are so tough. Chat, we are going to be so tough. We are going to be elite. So let's not focus on the code right now, right? What we want to do is try to solve the problem just to like type it out, you know what I mean? Okay. Given two strings, s and t, return true if t is an anagram of s and false otherwise. So what the heck is an anagram? We don't really, okay. Let's just say anagram. Anagram is a word or phrase formed by rearranging the letters of a different word or phrase, using all the original letters exactly once. Oh, okay. Anagram. Oh, like for example. Let me ask Claude. So an example of an anagram, respond concisely, is, for example, we have a string on and then another string no. They are anagrams because if you rearrange them, they all equal the same or something. Okay. Yeah. So an example of an anagram without explaining it in words, is because, okay, it's because, okay, so we have some string T, shoot. We have some string S, and then we have some string T. It's an anagram if and only if we have the string, we have every character in ON can be arranged so that it can become T. So all the characters in S exist in T such that if you were to rearrange it, it will become the same thing. I think that's what they're trying to say. I could be wrong, I could be right, I could be, oh, I wish I could say that word, but I could be wrong, I could be right, I could be dumb. Okay, okay, oh, I'm canceled. Ah. So O-N and O, right? Okay. O-N and O, right? Okay. So I think that's a pretty good grasp of anagram, right? Let's do another one. So let me erase this. Erase this. S anagram. N-A-G-A-R-A-M. Whoa, Chad. I'm not even trying to pronounce this. N-A-G-R-A-M. So we ask ourselves, is S anagram of T? Is S anagram of T? Yes. Because if you were to rearrange it for like say so I think one way to do this is, okay, we get an A here, cross it off. We get an A here, cross it off. We get an N here, cross it off. We got an N here, cross it off. We got an A here, cross it off. We got an A here, cross it off. We got a G here, cross it off. We got a G, and then R, and then R, and then A. Hold on. What? Oh. Made a mistake, Jack. Made a mistake. So let's redo this. Let's redo this. I'm kind of acting dumb. Okay. So So we have S. We have an input S, an input T, and then we have anagram. N-A-G-A-R-A-M. So what you want to do is we go through A. We're not going to do this brute force, but I know there's a way to do this the best way possible. So we get A, boom, cross it off. Since we're on the first character, we check here. Do we have an A here? Yes, we do. And then we have an N here. Check it off. Do we have an N here? Check it off. We have an A here. Do we have an A here? Yes, we do. We have a G here, and then here, and then R, cross it off. A, cross it off. M, cross it off. So basically, every single character in S can be rearranged so that it can exist in T. That's basically what our anagram is. Another example is, let's erase it. Another example is rat, and then car. Okay, so what we can do is in S we have a R, cross it off. Check if we have a R and T. Yes, we do. Do we have an A in S? Okay, cross it off. Do we have an A in T? Yes. Do you have a T? Do you have a T in our string T? No. So it's false. False. Okay, I've kind of like figured out. Okay, so some constraints are S and T are lowercase English letters. That's one thing. I didn't even think about that. Like, I never did. The length, we're gonna pass in at least a string of greater than 1. Yeah. Who's watching? Dang, back at 0. It's okay. There's absolutely no problem with that. There's no problem with that. We're still alive. Okay. So I kind of get the idea. There's two approaches that I would probably do. So let's go back. S is rat. T is car. If we were to sort this, A, B, C, D, we should say A, Q, R, S, T, art. And then we have car. So we'll say A, C, R. So what we do is we sort it first, and then we compare these two. Is art equal to ACR? Yes or no? False? Yeah, true or false? We're gonna say false. Thus, not an anagram. Now, I think this is a good solution. There's another brute force, like a brute force solution, but like a solution that works. But we're gonna try multiple solutions because we have 45 minutes. So we're gonna take our sweet time. All right, so we're gonna go back to our solution. Okay. Let's go back. And can we see the whole thing? Yes. Okay. That is anagram. Self ST, such that S and T are strings, right? So if it's an anagram, we're literally for real, like return this. I don't have enough space, but sorted S is equal to sorted T. I know the syntax here is ugly, but this should probably work, right? So let me type it in. This should work. Return sorted T should high key work. Okay, I think it works. Let me switch the camera. Okay. Should work. I gotta accept it. Literally just say, this can't focus properly. Doesn't want to focus properly. So yeah, def anagram is anagram. We return the sorted version of S and the sorted version of T, and then we compare it. If it's the exact same string, if we were to sort it, I think if it's the right sorted array, sorted list, both of them are the same sorted list, then we return true. And I think this is log n plus log n time complexity, but I would have to double check. We're gonna submit first, and I'm assuming this is gonna work, bro. Yeah, it got accepted. Cool. Now, it's like slow. It's like kind of slow though. This is not the best solution. Oh, I did this problem years ago, see? I did this problem like 6 years ago, 3 years ago. I don't even know how to do basic math. Yeah, so, okay, so I like this, but what we're gonna do, since we're only doing one LEETCODE problem a day, we're gonna do this in another approach. I know we could do a lot of problems, but we're doing one LEETCODE problem a day, right? So let me think. Okay. Yo, chat, we got hella time. We got hella time. We can take our sweet time in this room. I'm just kidding. But, yeah. Okay, so let's actually focus here. Instead of log n plus log n, I think we can do O of n? No. I don't know. We'll go back to it later. We'll go back to it later. Time complexity, space complexity, blah, blah, blah. Abolish. So, okay. Okay. Okay, so let's think about it. Our first solution worked, but I want a better solution, you know what I mean? Or, I think it's log, I don't know. Let me ask Claude. Let me ask Claude, chat. Okay, so that's gone. Respond. Oh shit. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you don't know, but got my wisdom teeth removed, so my jaw still hurts. It's really annoying. Let's see if anyone has talked in chat. Nobody has talked in chat. Okay, so fine, doesn't matter. Okay. So think about it. Let's think about it. So suppose you have a string S and you have a string T. If we were thinking about the time complexity, what is the worst case scenario time complexity? If we sort the string S and we sort the string T, what is the time complexity if we were to do both of these? And we're assuming the length of S is like some in non-disclosed. So it could be 100. It could be 100. How do I say this? It could be 100 characters or 1,000 characters, and then it'll be converted to a sorted list, character by character. Or T could be the same thing. They could be all different, same lengths. You know what I mean? Ask me any clarifying questions. Yeah. Respond very concisely. Okay, we're asking Claude. Right? Okay, sorting is n log n. Sorting T is m log n. Okay, so yeah. So time. N log n plus m log m. This is the sorted. This is the thing here. Okay. So when we're like performing this sort of like, when we're performing this expression, this function and this function call, it's going to result in worst case, best case, whatever's case, n log n for t, or n log n for s, and then m log m for t, such that n is the length of s, and then m is the length of t, right? So our goal now is to do this O of n plus m, okay? This is our literal goal. Like, we gotta glaze the stuff crap out of this. We want O of n plus m, right? Not O of n log n plus m log m, right? Okay. Okay, so let's actually get to the bottom of this. Okay, I could talk about it and like draw examples, but we're just gonna start coding on the whiteboard immediately. And I could go like small examples, case by case, but okay. So if we were like to think about it, code, anagram. So, right. Let's go. Def, define the function. I'm just gonna def is anagram. Last name self, ST. Okay, we understand? Cool, I wish I could see chat. Let's see if anyone's saying anything in chat. Okay, nobody's saying anything in chat, whatever. It's fine. Completely fine. Okay. I think there's an optimal way to fix this. So one thing that we can say is if S and T are not the same length, that means all the characters in S cannot be rearranged so that it will equal T by default, because let's say you have AA, S, T, A. By default, because this is longer, then T is S and T by default cannot be an anagram. So what we can do is do a quick check. We'll do a quick check. Quick check is just going to be like this. Let's just say if the length of S is not equal to, I think it's like this, length of T. Return false. That should work. Yeah. Let me just check Python real quick. Python 3. Length. Oh, this is invalid syntax. Okay. So this double equal sign does not exist. Okay, chat did not know that. Okay, keep mixing it with JavaScript, TypeScript. Okay, I'm gonna switch the camera real quick so the quality's a little bit better. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna zoom in. I think we can zoom in. Okay, no, we can't. There we go. This might be better. Okay, cool. So this is just a quick check. So the reason for this is, let's say we have 1,000 character S and 1 character T, like of length 1,000 and the length of T of 1. If they, you know what I mean? We do this quick check so we don't have to do all this processing and stuff. Like, we don't have to do all that processing of our input. We just do a quick check, so we don't have to do it. And then we just absolutely just return false. You know what I mean? So now, what we do is we create a dictionary, right? As, what did I say? DS and dt. Derivative. Hey yo. dy dx chat. I'm just kidding. So ds is going to be a dictionary for s, and dt is going to be a dictionary for t. Alright? So what we want to say is for s, for character in s, yeah, we're going to iterate through every character in s. When we iterate through every character in s, we're going to say d of s, d of c. We're going to get, at that particular character, we're going to say, hey, do we d.get c, and then our default value is going to be 0, and I'm going to say plus 1. So this is the pattern. The pattern for this is we're going to map every single character for every instance. For example, if our character is AA, can you see this? Hold on, I need to check. Yeah. Okay, so if our S is like AA, then our D of S is going to be A2. Right? Because, yeah, right. So if we're going to every character, we're going to increment. If we don't have anything, we get pass in 0, turn 0, assign 0 to C, so forth and so on. And then we add plus 1 if it exists for the first time. So we're just doing this sort of pattern, right? And then I know there's a way to write it in Python, to write it in this line. I don't know how to do it, so we're just gonna skip that. Okay, we could like focus on elegance another day. Like literally high key, low key, middle key. For C and S, for C and T. So now we're gonna go through every character in T. So we're gonna say D of C equals D.get C of 1, C of 0 plus 1. So yeah, we're just doing this pattern. We're converting our T into a map or a dictionary, whatever you're gonna call it. Map, dictionary, whatever. AA and then goes like that. Right? Now that we have these dictionaries set together, we need to figure out the comparison. So how would we do that? That's actually a good question. Let's ask Haiku. Okay. If we're gonna say, suppose you have two dictionaries, how do you iterate through every single key together as if it's like a tuple or something? Or, I don't know. Ask me any clarifying questions, I don't know. Or how do we get the length of the keys for each dictionary? Ask me, respond very concisely. Okay. Length D, okay. Okay. Then we say if length of ds is not equal to dt. Holy crap. Not equal to dt. Oh my gosh, I'm really out of it today. I got like 8 to 9 hours of sleep though. What the heck? Yeah. Return false. Return false. So it's not an anagram if they're not this. If we don't have the same length of keys. That's the other thing. Now, okay, and then okay, if we have the same keys, so they're for say is let's say. How do we go? Okay, so what we're gonna say is let's give it a simple case. So if d of s is a 1 b 1 d of t a 1 b 1. So what's the point here? What's literally the point here? We're gonna ask ourselves, hey, in key of a and d of s, does it exist in d of t a? Yes. Then we say, what is the value? What is the value? If it's 1, that's good. And then we move on to the next one. Hey, we have a key of b, and is it in d of t b? Yes. And then we check the value, and then we have to check if they're equal here, all here. We have the keys and the value. Key value pair is all correct. I don't know if this is the right way to do it. So we're gonna say for is key. Is the word lowercase key a reserved word in Python? No, it's not. Okay, so we're just gonna say for key. For key in d of s. If key not in d of t, return false. Return false. Otherwise, if d of s key not equal to d of t key, oh no, return true, return false, I guess. This is a lot of if statements. I know there is high key a way to optimize this, but so we're going through every key in d of s. If the key is not in d and t, return false, right? And we also need to check if the key in d of s is not equal to d of t key, then return false. Yeah. Or actually, there's a way to clean this up. This is horrendous, bro. So what we're gonna do is if d of s dot get key 0 is not equal to d of t dot get key 0. If it's not equal, yeah. So if they're known equal, like for example, if we don't get this equality a of 1, then we return false. Otherwise, this whole thing, like this literally whole thing, we're just gonna say return true. This should be done. And we do this little. Yeah, that's kind of niche though. That's kind of niche. Yeah, so we're gonna try this solution, John, and we're gonna see if it works. If it doesn't work, I'm dumb. If it does work, I might be not dumb. You know what I mean? That's it. Okay, cool beans. Anyone talking in chat? Nobody talking in chat. It's okay. Okay, cool. Yo, people are watching. Yo, we have, yeah. So, okay, cool. So right now, hold on. I'm gonna code this up. I'm gonna code this up by hand. I'm gonna code this up by hand. Okay, so we say if the length of S is not equal to the length of T, then return false, right? And then we say d of S, instantiate or whatever, initialize, whatever you want to say, d of T, both dictionaries. Say for each character in S, d of C, d dot get, C0 plus 1. For C and T, we say d of C, with the d dot get, C, typing right now, chat, 0 plus 1. Okay, I know this repetition could probably be fixed. There should be a way to simplify this code, but we're not going to worry about simplification right now. We want to be able to solve the problem, right? O of n plus m of log n. Return false. For key and d of s, if ds dot get key 0 not equal to dt dot get key 0, return false. Okay, otherwise return true. This should, I swear, this should work. This should work. Okay, we have our code here. It's high quality. We're gonna run the test cases. This should work. I'm gonna cry. And we get a syntax error. Nice, we got a syntax error. And let's try it one more time. Let's run it one more time. This should work. And we got another error. Okay. D.get ds dt typos, which is why okay, this should work this time, and we're getting another error. Why is this ds dt? As you can see, I made typos here. This should be d of s and then d of s not get, right? So yeah, so I'm making typos. None of this, literally, I'm telling you right now, chat, none of this is rehearsed. I'm literally doing this in the most authentic way as possible. Like, I'm literally just yapping, and kind of like going with the flow and trying to figure out how to do this. And then, yeah. And this should be, let's submit it. This should work. And hold on. Oh my God! Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. We did it, chat. We did it, chat. We did it. We did it. Chat. We literally did it. I don't know how else to. I thank everyone for pulling up, for showing up. This is really awesome. Yeah, we did it. Holy crap. We were able to do a LeetCode problem. This is our second LeetCode problem of the day. Valid anagrams. So I think let's do like a final recap, right? Do a final recap. I think time complexity, this is O of 1, I believe. I'm guessing. Because all we're doing is just checking the length. And we're not going to iterate through the whole string. We're just doing O of 1. Instantiating this stuff is O of, it's probably like O of n space. And then this is O of n space, I think. And then O of n time. And then for C and S, DC, DT get. So this is a typo. This should be D of S here, D of S here, and then D of T here, D of T here. So yeah, typo is resolved. So this right here should be O of n still. n being the length of s, and iterating through the string t is still O of m, right? Such that m is the length of t. And then we're just gonna check the length here. I think this is still O of 1. So yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then after that, we iterate through every single, we do this is matching, right? We do this boom, boom, and then boom, boom. This should be like O of n plus n, or O of n slash O of m, I think. I don't know, I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, but time complexity, O of n plus m, space, O of n plus m. Yeah, I could be right, I could be wrong. We did it. Hold on, let me switch the camera. We did it. Holy crap, we did it. What time? What's the time? 11:45. 11:45. 45 a.m. We finished before 12 o'clock p.m. This took us like 39 minutes, I think. 39 minutes? Okay. Yeah, we were able to solve this 39 minutes. Not bad. I could probably solve, like, if I were just like locked in and I didn't like think out loud and stuff like that, probably would have been able to solve this in like under like 15 minutes or something. Under 10 minutes, but probably even like 5 minutes too. But we're doing this for the learning experience. Like this, the whole reason, like I'm literally gonna reiterate this every single time. The reason why I stream this is number one, visibility. Number two, streaming is a hobby for me. Number three, this helps me learn. Like this is a daily journal, right? The fact that this is a daily journal can help me, you know, like learn properly and show my progress, right? And this is just how, like literally the power of learning, right? Whiteboards, I'm really fond of like using whiteboards. Like that's literally like one of the best things that we can do. So yeah, so I honestly, respectfully, we're done. I wish more people talked in chat, like high key, low key, middle key. Yeah, I mean, I can show, oh shoot, I don't want to show people, but yeah, this is the library right now. This is the library where I'm at. But yeah, you want to check out. Before I wrap up, I mean, just to let y'all know, oh my gosh. Just to let y'all know, this is perfume, by the way. Don't ask why I have perfume. I'm reading the biography of Steve Jobs. This is how far I am to reading it. I know that's not, still a long way to go. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Besides that, I don't really have anything. I wish I could play music. I wish I could blast music and do epic stuff, but I can't. Yeah. Okay, can end stream. All right, thanks for anyone who's tuning in. I know there's one person watching. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you highly. You're so awesome. It's so strange that I had 0 viewers when I was logged in, writing all this stuff. But now we have people watching. Okay. Yeah. Enough chit chat. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everyone. Thank you for tuning in. My hands are ashy. Oof, I don't want to show my ashy hands, but I appreciate everyone. I don't know when the next stream is going to be, but let me check my calendar. Hold on, let me check my calendar. Okay. We have a lot of hours left. I can't guarantee. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in, Joe. I will be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow, 12 to 2 p.m. Yes, that's when I will be streaming tomorrow. If anybody has questions, let me know. I'm saying a lot, but yeah, I'm going to try, like, okay, once I start school, I'm going to try to stream, like, I don't know, like, I'm going to try to stream, like, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I don't know. I'll tell you, like, the stream schedule. Usually, chat, my stream schedule will be posted in the description below. Like, the next stream will be posted. Yeah, it'll be updated. I have to figure it out. I have to sort everything out. There's so much stuff to do, bro. I don't even know, bro. I wish there's more people in chat, bro. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'll catch everyone. I've been like stalling. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate whoever's watching, whoever just watched, whoever's watching the replay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're so awesome. You're so epic. Have a nice